Good morning, Facebook Live and Joslyn Center fans. It is Rebecca. I am the Joslyn Program Director, and we are on episode 42 of the Joslyn Variety Show. So today we are doing our warm-up with Veronica, and then Judy and Veronica have both prepared some really delicious summertime recipes for you guys. So we're going to talk about some things that you can make at home and maybe use as a drop-off for family and friends. So let's do our warm-up. Grab your chair, and then we will talk recipes.
Thank you, Rebecca. Good morning, everyone. Pardon me, I was sanitizing. Okay, so let's start our march. Get ourselves up and moving. We're going to do a little stretching today after our warm-up. So we're going to warm up and then do some stretching. Focus on that. And yesterday we mainly focused on our lower body, namely squats, because it's a compound exercise, so it uses multiple muscles all in that one move. And then we broke it down a little bit, did some hamstring and some glutes. And today we're going to do some stretching. Tomorrow we're going to do some more squats. We're going to get our lower body strong again, okay, or stronger. And now let's just step to the side, step to the side. So we'll increase our warm-up, increase our movement gradually. Step and tap. Good. So you are aware of where you are in space, right? So you know you're stepping towards your chair, you're stepping away from your chair. And that sounds pretty basic, but it's important to know where you are in space, because I know exactly where that chair is without even looking at it. So things like that, you notice those things, it actually means something. Okay, so we're gonna, now, let's see. Let's do a little kick out. So with the chair here, I'm gonna kick out, just gently. Kick your heel out. So you've got a flexed foot, heel forward. And just go at your own tempo. Maybe a tiny bit faster if you want to, but not too much. If you want to go slower, or you have music going on, you can go to the music. Okay, good. All right. Now, behind your chair, we're going to keep your upper body stationary and lift with a flexed ankle, one side, and then lift the other. Okay, so straight leg, toes pointed forward, and alternate your legs. To make it a challenge, try to keep your upper body from hardly moving at all. Of course, it's going to move a little bit, but our point is we're not going to do a sort of a pendulum. We're not doing that. We're just lifting the leg up. It's really good for your, I'm using this as a warm-up, but really think about using your outer thighs. So it's good exercise there. And our warm-up really is consisting of different ways in which we're keeping moving. Keep moving. And your breathing should be elevating a little bit. And try really hard to think about exactly what we are doing right now. So try not to think about anything else. Just have total awareness of what you are doing. Okay. And now I'm going to turn my chair, and I think we're going to repeat some things we did yesterday. So now we're going to straight leg, heel back, alternate your legs. Okay, we're moving, we're breathing. Make sure that when you're thinking about what you're doing that you don't hold your breath. It's sort of an automatic response to do that sometimes. So make sure you don't hold your breath, keep breathing. Push back. Push back. So I wonder if you're feeling any soreness in your muscles from our squats yesterday. Because if you are doing this exercise, you're probably going to feel it, but it should feel like a good soreness, right? Not pain, but soreness. We're waking those muscles up. Good. Okay. Now just standing next to your chair. I just had to take that hair clip off my shirt. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put your feet a little wider than your hips. Okay, now what we're going to do is just send your arm across your body, just like you're pushing away, and really push. So push, like there's something you were just getting out of the way. Push. Good. Create that. So you have to be thinking about what you're doing, because you can't create the tension to push if you're thinking about what you forgot at the grocery store yesterday or something like that. So really think about what you're doing. Good. Okay. Now let's just relax with a little bit of a twist for a little bit. Relax. So all the warm-up moves we've done today have been exercises as well. So let's relax for just a few moments. Okay. Let's bring our arms up, and we're going to do some straight arm circles, and think about your posture while we're doing this. And then we're going to finish our warm-up by doing some shoulder rotations. Kick back circles. Okay, now really get a big circle in this rotation. This is really going to ease up any tension you might feel in your shoulders or your neck, and just really relax. Okay. Okay, I think we're warmed up, ready to do some food preparation.
Great job, Veronica. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to put this microphone on a stand so that you guys can hear her just a little bit better. And then Veronica has brought an entree.
Yeah, it's something that I do and I enjoy, and I thought others might enjoy it already, or maybe as well if you're not already doing something like this. Because I know that a lot of the things that I've learned are from what people have shared with me. Well, thank you.
All right,
Okay.
so show us what we got.
Okay, first of all, I forgot to mention, I ran into this YouTube channel. It's called Bob and Brad, and they're two physical therapists. And I really like this channel. I thought you might want to check it out. They don't know me, but I enjoy their channel, so I thought, again, this is how we learn about things. We share it. But I've learned a lot from them, and they've got really good exercises for the whole body. Okay. All right, so what I'm sharing today is, this is something that I do. So I take about an hour and a half, or maybe even 2 hours once a week, and I make a really big salad. So I use red cabbage, I use Napa cabbage, I use kale. This past time I went shopping, I bought a big container of baby spinach. And let's see, I use carrots. I might celery if I remember to buy that. And I'm looking at it, and I also have in here cauliflower, which I did not cook, it's raw, and broccoli, which is raw. It's hard to see it all, I didn't have it in a bowl. But I also have in here, let's see, beets. I really like beets, and I like to cook beets, but I also like to eat them raw. So in this, I peeled the beet and I chopped it, and since this is my food, I'm going to show you. I just cut it into small bites because a raw beet is pretty hard. It's about like eating a raw carrot, so you want things to be small. Okay, then what I do with my salad is I know that way I have a healthy base to my eating all week. And I like to have my salad with olive oil and a vinegar, like an apple cider vinegar or a red wine vinegar. Just these basic things that you probably have in your cupboard. And then sometimes what I like to do is I like to take a handful, and I know it's been really hot lately, but sometimes you want a warm meal. So another thing I do with my salad is I heat a little avocado oil in a pan, just your regular skillet, and just a little bit. And it's not that the heat is going to be super high, but when you're stir frying, avocado oil is good because it can take a high heat. I do use olive oil sometimes, but normally after the food's already cooked or when I'm having my salad just fresh. So I heat a little oil in the pan. I take a handful of my salad because I know the handful's got a lot of good stuff in it. Put it in the pan, stir fry it, and that might be all I do. Or,
Yeah, I've never stir-fried salad before. That's a good idea.
well, and you know what's in this too is some romaine. So I wouldn't think about stir-fried romaine, but if you've ever had a hot, what's it called? A wilted lettuce. It depends on where you're from. You might have had this or not had it, but you could cook lettuce too. Okay, so I've got my all my vegetables in the pan, basically my salad, stir frying a little bit. And so I might say I'm in the mood for some of this. So I get a little rice vinegar that I have in the cupboard, and just a little bit, just like a dash, and that gives it almost like a Chinese flavor. You've got the rice vinegar, and that might be all I do. If I have some rice that's already made, I can throw some rice in there, and that might make me be in the mood for a little cumin. And again, just a touch. And we're talking about the total time you spend. You've already got the salad made. The time you spend stir frying it or sauteing it and adding a little extra flavor, it's less than 5 minutes, and you've got a really nice warm meal. Dill is another thing that I like to use. Maybe just a tiny little pinch of Italian seasoning. This can be a little bit overwhelming, so you just use a tiny bit. Celery seed, you may or may not have this. It's the key ingredient to making stuffing, by the way. So I have it on hand. So whatever it sounds good is going to make your dinner taste really good. And that way you've got a really healthy dinner, and that could be it. If you want to add some protein, like some chicken or meat or something like that, then you can add that to it. Okay, so this is what I do most of the time, and this is what I'll be having for lunch, by the way. So
that's a great summer dish. It's perfect for when it's warm out.
It is, and less time in the kitchen now.
Less time is better.
Yeah.
All right, so then we're going to switch over and see what what Judy's got for us today. All right, Judy, so show us the flip side of salad.
Well, welcome everybody, and today is what? Terrific Tuesday, and it is terrific because we're only supposed to get the high of 82 today, and we love that here in the desert. Before I go any further into my recipe, we are on our 42nd session,
42nd,
right?
yeah, episode 42.
42, and it takes a lot of work to put together these sessions. So I just want to thank Rebecca for putting this together every single day, 5 days of the week. She is the director, she's producer, and everything else. Thank you, Rebecca.
Well, thank you to you guys. I couldn't do it without y'all providing this excellent content, so thank you.
So, I'm not a dessert person, but I do like cheesecake, and so I found this recipe for a no-bake cheesecake
And I'm going
in
to
a
zoom
jar.
in. So if you guys want to hit pause, here is your recipe. You're welcome to write it down.
Or call me or text us or whatever, and I can send you the recipe. It was so much fun to make and so very easy, and you don't have to turn on the oven once again. So what you're going to do is get graham crackers, and what I did the hard way, or I made my husband. I got a pack, and you just crumble it all up into fine crumbs for the base. And then, I don't have it here, but you get a packet of cream cheese, 8 ounces I think it is, and let that thaw. You don't want it hard. And then, I never knew this, but maybe some of you did, you get the Cool Whip, and this is in the freezer section. Not the refrigerator, but the freezer. And I actually found it, and I was so excited. So you put a whole tub of this, it's 8 ounces, and you're going to mix it in with your cream of cheese, so everything's all blended in together. Actually, I think I used my electric beater. And then a stick of butter, and then sugar. And you mix, first of all, you're going to put the graham crackers, crumbled graham crackers, in the bottom. And it's going to look like this when you're finished.
So cute.
So the graham cracker crust is at the bottom, the cream cheese and whipped cream is the next layer, and then I sliced strawberries and put it over the top, and then I added another layer of the cream cheese and whipped cream. and the staff gets to taste this at lunchtime.
Yay!
So, very easy, and it's pretty. You can do it with a bow or not, but the ribbon just added a little pep to it. So, and that's all there is.
And this is something
Easy.
fun if you want
Fun.
to do a gift for a neighbor, or you want to go and
Right.
drive by and drop this off at your kids or your grandkids' house. You just tie a little bow around it, maybe put a tag on it that
Right,
says
yeah.
love you and miss you, and this could be a fun little gift to give out.
And you don't count the calories because you don't want to know.
And quarantine calories don't count anyway.
So send us any recipes you have, any ideas. We'd love to hear from you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much, and don't forget, everybody, today is bingo. So at 2 o'clock here on Facebook Live, we are going to play a couple of rounds of bingo. So you're going to want to have your own bingo card, whether you have one at home, you can print one off online, call me or email me if you don't have one, and I will get one to you. Our number is 760-340-3220, or you can email me, RebeccaR@JoslynCenter.org. And we'll make sure that you are well prepared for bingo at 2 o'clock today. So we will see you guys then. Have a great day.